Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Turning on the Jets. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Bears will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Now on the return. He gets a punt. Will be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the Washington Huskies offense has the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off in defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Time to take a shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
There he goes. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Caught close to the marker, it's Prentice. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Red pass, it's complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wiggles free. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Bears have taken it inside the 20. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Nowhere to go, and he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 in there, basically right back where they started. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
4th and short means I'm going for it nowadays. You see it all over college football. Everybody's using analytics and saying, I'm going to take my chances of going for it rather than punting. So great job by the defense, but you better get that next play ready.
And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. The Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Rutgers. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Huskies are flying down the field. Might be changing the route. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Pulls it in. It's Green. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Got his man. Touchdown, Huskies. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the 2nd quarter. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This drive will open from the 15. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find it. Completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Wilson. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be. because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Wide open spaces. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's loose. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards, trying to burn this defensive back. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll run for it on third and short. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. Williams will pass. Get it out on the screen. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Cameron. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
When you play zone coverage. You got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting points on the board before the break.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me in the game.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move-the-chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
And the Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee in the... We'll start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Williams looking for a man. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Across the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Running the red zone. It's Coleman. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! And that one will give them the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's got great speed. Gets it out to the 44, and he's out of bounds, and now this offense has spectacular field position. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
To the air, it's Robertson. Grab near the sticks, it's Washington. Oh, what a move to get open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for room, it's Washington. Not much room, a pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosion.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself and gets in for the score.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Plows through the defense. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Williams will pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
He's got another one. Touchdown, Husky. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good, really nice pitch and catch, and guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Quickly to the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Wilson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Got the 1st down and more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. There he goes! He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And
I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Williams looking for a man. He'll pull it down and run. And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's going for the goal line. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. He's got the tight end. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And a short run there, and that'll end it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch.